Yo, quick video about Gamera Rebirth. This show brought a whole bunch of really cool stuff, including a lot of really good redesigns for the kaiju and stuff, and a lot of ones that I don't really like. But today, we're gonna talk about one that I'm actually just completely in the middle of. I don't really feel super strong about many of the actual things about it, but I love that they gave it a redesign because it is one of my favorite kaiju in general. It goes Gamera, Gauss, Godzilla, and then this kaiju. And please don't hate me for putting Gauss in front of Godzilla, but it's just a looks wise because I love the original design for Gauss. That's a whole nother video if you've seen how Gauss looks in the Gamera Rebirth. That's a whole nother can of worms that I'll talk about later. But this video is going to be about Guiron or Guiron. I don't really remember how to say it, but I'm not really going to get into the redesign yet. I just want to talk about how Guiron came, like when he was introduced in the regular, like old school Gamera. He came in Gamera versus Guiron, which is actually my favorite one. Which, I mean, if you've seen it, you know it's really goofy, but I love it. Um, it's just two kids boarding a spaceship. They're like, "Oh, why don't we go on that spaceship?" And then they go up into space, and then I don't know. They find themselves in this weird planet, and there's these two alien chicks that look human, but they're not. And I don't. It's a fever dream, honestly. And then Gamera goes up there to save them and everything. It's honestly what I hope Gamera season 2 will be because Rob or whatever his name is. Oh my god, what is his name? The one that sacrificed himself. If you've seen the after credits, you know he's not actually dead. But the whole him being stuck in space and everything, that's the way I want them to take it, honestly. It would be so cool if we got that. And then we could get Giron back because like they re-engineer him or something. Maybe we could get the original design with them re-engineering him or something. But I'm probably gonna do a whole nother video talking about what I want season 2 to be, so I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the redesign really fast. I just wanted you guys to know how Giron came to be and everything and where he was introduced. He was basically just their guard dog, honestly. And then, oh yeah, Gauss is there too. Yeah, I love Gauss. Gauss is freaking awesome. But he was on the planet too for some weird reason, and then so was old Knifehead Giron. But I'm going on a huge tangent. I'll probably do a whole movie review for all the Gamera movies, anyways. But yeah, let's just jump into talking about this redesign because it is one that I feel really, I don't know. I know I said it was really middle of the road, but I'm mixed on it, honestly. But yeah, let's just jump into it. I'll start with showing off the first design and what I like about it, and then I'll show the new Gamma Rebirth design and talk about what I like and dislike about it. There are some really cool stuff they did, though. So yeah, let's just jump right on into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start looking at the original design for Giron. As you can see, he has a giant knife for a head or like a nose type of thing. It's coming out of his head though, which I absolutely love. I'm not going to talk about Gamma Rebirth yet. I just want to talk about him. I almost started to, but yeah, I think I'm just going to talk about his design and what I like and dislike, and then I'll compare and contrast whenever we get to Gamma Rebirth. But this is a really simplistic design, other than the head, which is obviously really knife like. Uh, the mouth I love with the one giant tooth. They went really well with the whole guard dog type of persona because he looks like a bulldog with a knife head. Like that's what he looks like. I love his little the eye. He looks so bored until he looks angry, and then it's just horrifying. Especially there's a part where he cuts off Gauss's head and cuts him up. It's actually brutal. But yeah, Giron, the original one has an amazing design that I absolutely love. The mouth looks amazing. The eye, like I said, makes him look like he's really bored, which is I don't know why I love it so much. He wasn't doing the giant jump things with like the uh Gamma Rebirth, so he didn't need to be really skinny or anything to be able to do that. He looks like a bulldog. I mean, yeah, he looks like a bulldog with a knife head. That's basically it, and that works for Gamera versus Guiron because he was nothing more than a guard dog for the aliens, basically. And I mean, I'm pretty sure even the aliens say that he's basically just a guard dog. And I don't know. He's a cute little guy. Look at him. He looks like you could go walk up and pet him if he wasn't massive and would probably cut you in half. But I mean, it's fine. Look at him. I love him. I did put up another picture because I wanted you to be able to see him just close up. Uh this is a dude in a suit, so they didn't get the him walking like a dog perfectly, but you can tell the person in the suit was actually really trying. And in the background there you can see the alien world that they're on. I love the set design for all of these old kaiju movies and everything. They look so cool. But yeah, his mouth is amazing. Everything about it is perfect. The knife head, I think. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about Gamma Rebirth yet. I keep on trying to get ahead of myself and talk about him. This is a really simplistic design, though. The only thing that really like you need to focus on is that right there, the little circle thing right there. This is one of the things that I was worried about whenever I saw the redesign in Gamma Rebirth, because I thought one of his main abilities and the coolest one wasn't going to be utilized because he didn't have the circle thing, which is what makes his ability actually work. That thing right there that I already showed. But it's this ability is one of the main reasons he's one of my favorites, and I just think it's so cool how I'll just show you. I'll just go ahead and show you. It just opens up and shows a shuriken, and then it flies at his enemy. Yeah, I know it's really simplistic and everything, but it's awesome, and it does some really good action scenes. Gamera gets all cut up, and then there's a part where he deflects it with a pillar. That's pretty cool. He's freaking goes samurai on him, Genji from Overwatch type of stuff right there. But this is a really hard one to talk a lot about because of how simplistic it is, but it's one of my favorite like kaiju designs because of how simplistic it is. It's a bulldog with a knife head that fires shurikens out of a hole in its knife head. And I love it. I don't know. There's something perfect about its simplicity. And Gamma Rebirth keeps some of the simplicity and actually updates the shuriken throw really well, I think. But you know what? I've talked about the original Guiron one as much as I think I can without just going into, I don't know, it's just cute and it looks like a bulldog. That's basically why I love it. It's a guard dog and it's cute. I don't know. But I will go ahead and talk about Gamma Rebirth's redesign, which is one of my favorite redesigns they did. It's definitely better than Gauss's. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and jump into that. So yeah, if you're wondering if I like Guiron's original design, yes, very much so. Which will definitely show you why I feel the ways about Gamma Rebirths, and maybe you'll be surprised about it. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and jump right into the Gamma Rebirth redesign. Okay, so this is the Gamma Rebirth redesign for Guiron. I I don't maybe I'll know how to describe how I feel about it by the time I'm done with this after I actually vocalize what all I think about it. I'm going to go ahead and give you like my first thoughts whenever I was watching the show. This thing popped up and started doing gymnastics and cutting buildings in half like an anime samurai and everything. And I was like, "Holy crap, that's Guiron." And then I saw him and I was like, okay. It's not his actual head this time. That's fine. It's like a helmet thing. And then I saw his little stubby tail, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." And then I don't know. That was basically my first thoughts: is oh, it's Giron, nice. And then I saw it wasn't his actual head, and I was like, "Okay, it's just a helmet." But the more I look at it now, the more I don't know. I feel like the scales and everything that goes hard. I like that. The original Gamera series, he was more smooth, and I think I liked that more because they could have done scales on him, like they did that with Gamera and everything. So I don't see why they couldn't have. So I think they meant for it to not be a lizard, but this thing looks like a lizard. Like it looks like it has a shell. Like it might be a weird version of Gamera. Yo, that would be kind of sick, actually, if it was a different kind of gamera, and then the Eustace Foundation or whatever it's called in Gamera Rebirth. I can't remember the name. I think it's Eustace Foundation. Like they actually built him and made him a helmet and stuff, and that's why it's like fused to him. That would be cool. I could see that being like his origin, but I mean, it never said anything about that, so this is just me just randomly bringing up stuff that I think of. But at first glance, this is a cool design. I don't really like how it looks like he has a shell. Then I'm actually looking at it, and I see that it looks like has a shell, because that makes me think that it might have been like just another turtle thing instead of a completely different kaiju entirely. Which I mean, that's fine. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It's lost all of the guard dog type of persona. Like it looked like a bulldog. I mean, maybe I'm crazy and I'm just seeing what I want to see, but in the original one, I think it looks like a bulldog. This thing has a little stubby tail, if that's even supposed to be a tail. It looks like it is, but it also looks like it might be a part of that little shell-looking thing. But yeah, I haven't even talked about the head, which is the main point of it. The head looks sick. It looks like an actual knife. Like, oh my god. If the original design had like the glint effects and everything on it, perfect design for a kaiju ever. Best design, period. But it didn't, which I mean, it still gets fourth place, which is impressive among all of the kaiju. But this one, the glint effects, like the sun shining on the metal and everything, my god, it's beautiful. Like genuinely. The movement, I don't know. I loved the animation for all of Gamera Rebirth though, so that probably helped it a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You can tell it's a helmet. That's cool. I don't know. Yeah. But there is one thing that I actually do not like about it at all. You know what? I'm gonna talk about what I like first, which is I love the way it moves. Instead of moving like a giant broadsword like the original Guiron did, which I absolutely loved, especially whenever it looked like a guillotine on Gauss. That was freaking insane. God, man, I need to watch Gamera again. I need to do a review over him anyway, so I might just watch him again. Uh, I'm gonna watch him with my fiance. I'll probably do a few notes to actually do a review over them and everything. But yeah, but let's go ahead and I'll show y'all just a little bit of snippet of the fight scene. There isn't going to be any sound or anything with it, but I'll show you a little bit of it because I want y'all to know how fluid this creature moves. It is impressive, honestly. So this is just a repeating thing of him moving, but look at his form. That splash into that and then flips off of the ground, uses it to flip again. Look at that. Boom, straight into them in the tank. That is impressive precision and agility. That is amazing. Bro needs to go into gymnastics. He would beat everyone. That is some... It's better than whenever Gamera does the gymnast little flipty floops and everything. This is the most athletic kaiju I think I've ever seen in anything. I mean seriously, I'm not even joking right now. The movement, the way he fights and everything is so cool. I like that they did less of a guillotine and like giant broadsword type of movement, which I know they probably did that because, you know, it's a dude in a giant suit that probably sucked to wear. So I mean, obviously he couldn't be doing stuff like this. But I mean, I don't know. His fight scenes and everything freaking amazing. But there is one other scene that I wanted to show off, so I will go ahead and show that too before I gush over this one too much. This scene is just him flipping in, but it's another really good one of just how fluidly he moves. He's big, but he's also really skinny. There's one of him, I couldn't find it in like the video thing, but it's him going up and it shows how like I don't know, it looks like he has no spine, honestly. Like he is really skinny and it seems like he has no spine, which I'm not bashing it at all. I absolutely love it. But I've been talking about the stuff that I like too much. Oh, actually, you know what? I thought I was going to hate on it a lot more, but there's still one more thing that has to be said about it being good, so I'll go ahead and show you that. Okay, I wasn't able to find a uh short clip like I did with the other things of it, and I don't want to risk showing the video and having this copyright stricken to where I have to take it off or anything. I don't even know if it would be, but I just don't even want to risk it because I don't know. I want people to be able to see me talk about random crap, I guess. But yeah. So I'm just gonna show you how this works with this. The way he fires shurikens, I was worried about it because he didn't have the circle thing, but then I realized it's not even his real head, so all bets were off about how any of it was gonna work. But instead of it opening up and then just firing regular shurikens, it starts back here, and these little blue spines aren't just there for looks. They glow blue all the way down. The head, the helmet piece, glows bright blue, and then he fires. I don't really know how to describe them. It's like a beam attack, but then it becomes a physical shuriken, so it hits like a beam and then goes through like a shuriken. I don't really know how to describe it, but I know it is an extremely it's it's the perfect way I could have ever expected anyone to come up with a good way for Guiron to use the shurikens nowadays. Because I think everyone would think that it's pretty lame if he did the shurikens like the original Guiron, which I think it would have been sick, honestly. Or if he opened his mouth and shot him like I'd like that. Actually, that would be sick, actually. That'd be really cool. But and other than like shooting it out of his mouth like it's freaking vomit or something. That would be cool. That'd be really cool, actually. Okay, back on track. The beams are the coolest way to do it. It goes all the way down. The sound effects for it are sick. It cuts off Gamera's arm, so I mean that's pretty impressive. Yeah, Guiron is the first kaiju that I was like, holy crap, Gamera is not gonna survive this. Is gonna, which I mean, the series was really good about having it like a normal Gamera movie, like having him get defeated and then come back because the kids are like, hey, get up, nerd. Which, I mean, that's how most of the movies were. If you've ever seen them, Gamera gets defeated, and then the kid is like, hey, Gamera, why don't you come over here and do something, you loser? And they say it a lot nicer than me. But, yeah, that's basically how it goes. And then he gets up and, you know, he saves the day. But that's how most of this is. But, yeah. Except the last fight with Gauss, the big boy Gauss. Holy crap, my man absolutely, I don't know. He disintegrates him basically. You know what? I'll talk about that whenever I talk about Gauss's redesign. But yeah, it's really good. It's really cool. I like how he shoots the shurikens. Now we're going to start talking about what I actually just do not like. This is nowhere near as cool as the original design for him. So I mean, yeah, take that for what you will. It's nowhere near as cool as the original design for Guiron, but the original design for Guiron, like I said, is my top 4 kaiju. So I mean, it's obviously not doing too bad, even though it's not that good. But I don't like how this isn't his regular head; it's just a helmet. I can understand that though. But what I do not understand is them changing the mouth from the cute little. You know what? I kind of get it because I wanted it to be more intimidating and everything. But you could have made it intimidating with just sharper teeth and make it bigger and everything. And you're animating, so I mean, of course you can make it look a lot scarier than just the dude in the suit. But I don't understand changing his mouth from what it used to be to this monstrosity. What is this? I don't like it, and it's not because it's scary or anything. It's because it's not my Guiron. It it honestly makes me think that this was made by the Eustace Foundation. Like maybe I missed a line in there that said that it definitely was or something. But this seems like something the Eustace Foundation or whatever would have made to kill Guiron, so that they could wake up the squid dude. I forgot his name. I completely forgot his name. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It looks like the helmet was grafted to him and it broke his jaw to where he can do that. And I don't know. It just makes me feel bad for the guy because that looks painful. Like, not even just because, like, I know kaiju and even in horror movies and anime and everything, there are always something that has like 3 detachable jaw like that, like the opens like that and stuff. But this, it looks like they tore out his upper and bottom jaw and put just grafted a helmet to him, and I feel bad for him. Like, genuinely, it does not look comfortable at all, and he looks sad the whole time. I don't know. Just, I hate the mouth. I genuinely hate the mouth. It is the main reason that I made this video. I know that's a stupid reason to make a video, especially one this long, but that is the main reason I made it. And I don't know. This mouth almost ruins the entirety of what it is for me, honestly, just because I don't know, I like the original one's mouth. And the teeth look cool. I think it looks awesome. But yeah, that's basically my entire review for this redesign. Uh I think I'm going to go ahead and start rating them whenever I do it. I'm not going to rate the original design, but I'll rate the redesign. I'll do this for a couple of series instead of just Gamera, but I'm going to do all the Gamera Rebirth ones first. So this one will get a 6 out of 10. Yeah, it's 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but the mouth almost ruins it for me. The mouth genuinely almost makes it go down to a 4 out of 10, but I like it overall, so 6 out of 10. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about the original Guiron design, what you think about this design. Tell me if you think I'm an idiot for making this entire video talking about a redesign that really didn't need an entire video, whenever I could have made an entire not reaction, but entire, whatever it's called, about review over there we go, review, an entire review over Gamera Rebirth throughout this time. But I decided to do it just over Guiron for some reason, mostly because I love him. But yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe. If you like kaiju or tokusatsu in general, definitely subscribe, because I've got a lot of stuff about that stuff coming out. So yeah, like, subscribe, all the YouTube type of stuff. See ya.